What's up, y'all? Everything black. Let's get it started. Get a little music in here. Um, I just want to say, it's the purge time, y'all. I mean, I'm ready for this. I've been waiting on it. I am sick of these black mammies coming on TV serving Democrat purposes to destroy black people. And I ain't nobody be like, I'm for the Democrats, I'm for the Republicans. I'm not for the Republicans either. But the Democrats is the ones that most black people vote for. The majority of black people vote for. That's why we stay on their ass. Okay? We trying to get y'all to see that this party is bullshit. And all they here to do is take your money, take your livelihood. People don't care nothing about black people. Go on their website, you don't see nothing for black people. You'll see them in the forefront, you'll see them as the face. But if you go deep behind them, they do not care about what happens to black people. They even avoid us. You ask them about black people, like, oh yeah, I got black friends, but that's about it. They don't do nothing specifically for black people. And we have to get rid of this party, or it's got to reinvent itself to get us to vote for them. You get what I'm saying? Y'all people, if you still vote for a Democrat and you black, you need to go see your therapist and get some insanity pills so you can calm down and slow your brain down and watch and observe. And go and look on the website and you'll see exactly how they feel about you and what they think about you. They have no sensibilities toward black people. They don't want to give us reparations. They don't want to give us absolutely nothing. But they want your vote. They want you jumping in front of the cameras talking for them like Jasmine Crockett do. They want you looking like fucking Whoopi Goldberg. And the other lady on that show, the sister, the Puerto Rican pick on them. They want you like this sister who just got canceled. I'm telling you, this is coming for all the sisters. Because y'all go on there thinking that y'all the only one that, thinking y'all a separate party from black men. This is our black family. This is our black organization. We got to take care of black people before we take care of anybody. And I'm talking about foundation black men. I'm not talking about your Africans. You don't hear Jamaicans talking about they Africans. They Jamaican. They ain't African Jamaican. We're not African American. We're black, foundation black American. We from the soil. Everybody else that's on this planet that came to the U.S. is from somewhere else. This is our home. We built this thing from scratch. All right? So, it's coming. Now check this out. I need to go back. Let me cut this music out before I go over here. Cut this music down so y'all can get the whole logistics. So, fair use YouTube, fair use Facebook. Let's get it.
And I wonder why they would make that call. It's surprising when you look at her spot-on analysis of US politics. I mean, here she is calling Donald Trump's team a party of racists and Nazis.
Where one side stands for freedom while the other meets the textbook definition of fascism, naming or Mussolini's Italy, but also white-ruled South Africa before Mandela and the black majority took control, or Vladimir Putin's Russia, Viktor Orban's Hungary, or Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela today, that suppresses the rights of women and minorities, uses the military to execute the whims of a strongman dictator, and controls and suppresses the press. education, the arts, rewrites history to suit a favored and dominant racial class.
That disgusting rhetoric was on repeat. But here's her take on Kamala Harris's election campaign, because according to Joy Reid, it was flawless.
I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. She had Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. She had every prominent celebrity voice. She had the Taylor Swift, she had the Swifties, she had the Beehive. Like, you could not have run a better campaign in that short period of time. And I think that's still true.
The Swifties, that really...
See, this lady, let me back up so y'all can see her face. This lady, and most black women like her, they think that white people really want to hear them talk. They think that they do their bosses good. And if you the average black person, you see this black woman on here talking and advocating for the Democrats, you think, oh man, I wish I could be in that position. So that people will listen to me. People will notice me. You know, I can talk and say everything that the white paymasters want me to say. I mean, come on, people. This lady is part of destroying the black community. She's not even from here. She's not even from here. But she's representing us, talking big talk. You know, when white people see her on TV, they thinking that's what black people think. Black people don't think nothing like this. This is not who we are. She's not foundation Black American. I believe she's from Haiti or somewhere. She's not from here. She don't care about us. But she's talking our talking points. She's talking for us. She's representing us, because this is what the American people see when they turn on the TV. They see this lady talking, and they thinking that every black person think this way. And we think nothing like this. I mean, just listen to her. She think that she's really speaking for us. Here we go again.
You could not have run a better campaign in that short period of time. And I think that's still true.
The Swifties, that really moved the needle. But apparently, to Joy Reid, inflation isn't something that impacts every single American. No, in fact, it's just a word that Republicans have sort of made up.
The only people I ever hear use the word inflation are journalists and economists, right? So that is not part of the normal lexicon of the way people talk. So it's interesting that Republicans are doing something they don't normally do, right? Which is not use the common tongue, right? Not use just common English to sort of do on their campaigns like they're doing with crime. But what they've done is they've taught people the word inflation, right? Yeah. Most people who would have never used that word ever in their lives are using it now because they've been taught it.
Good riddance to Joy Reid and her dangerous and pathetic coverage that serves absolutely no one. As Marjorie Taylor Greene put it, it turns out that racism, lies, and Trump derangement syndrome is not going to cut through in 2025. But some in Hollywood are still desperate to keep the disgusting attacks up. GOP strategist Brent Buchanan joined Power Hour for his reaction to Trump supporter while wearing a MAGA hat and refusing to shake some.
Shake your hand, sir. Here we go. No, please. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake. Yeah, all right. You're welcome at Black Jeopardy anytime.
Terrible acting, a terrible joke. You know, when is Hollywood, the actors in Hollywood, those on the left and the far left, going to come up?
I'd admit he makes some really good movies, is the fact that white voters are not who elected Donald Trump. So the margin that Donald Trump got out of white voters in 2020 is exactly the same margin that he got out of white voters in 2024. It was actually Hispanic and black voters, mostly men, but it's some women too, that moved Donald Trump across the finish line. So for them to make a skit like that is so disingenuous and shows so how out of touch they are, when it was actually non-white voters who put Donald and black voters, mostly men, but it's some women, is exactly the same margin that he got out of white voters in 2024. It was actually Hispanic and black voters.
All right, there we go again. I got to say this part. They always say black and Hispanics. They always try to do that black and brown. Look, it was us, people. It was us that moved the button for Donald Trump. Foundation Black Americans. Hispanic got nothing to do with it. Hispanic votes just like the whites votes. Vote split. Hispanic, once they get through with the benefits, they jump on the train of the Republicans. Once they get their paperwork straightened out, they Republicans. They don't fool with Democrats. Stop letting these people tell you it's black and Hispanic. We don't have nothing to do with them. Black and Hispanic, stop letting them put us together. They love doing that. It's us that move the needle. It's black people. Foundation Black Americans. Everybody else, as soon as they get their papers to be over here, they white. Even the damn blackest ass African you can find, he thinks he's white when he get his paper straight over here. They don't care nothing about what black people doing. They just want to know how we vote, who we support. They don't care about us. If you look at the news, they step over us. It's like we don't even live in this country. Only time they notice us is when they trying to promote something and they want us to get behind it. When they trying to fight for something, they want us to help them. That's the only time they talk about us or mention us, unless it's about crime. Okay, so don't let these people keep doing this white and Mexican shit. That shit is dead. We don't even deal with that no more. Let me see here. Let me go to my next video show. I don't think I have it logged in over here. Let me I'm talking about the purge of the black female in politics. So yeah, Joy Reid's show is canceled, and that's one of the best things on the planet for it to happen. And we need more shows canceled. I was trying to find. I'm supposed to have been having all these things backed up with the sisters. See, let me see, hold on. Let me see if this is the one I was wanting a while ago. Let me see. I don't like the way this dude talks, but listen.
The show as network makes major shakeup. Let's talk about it.
She is MSNBC so terrified that like they can't fire her because she's just going to call them racist too. She calls everybody racist, and that's her game and that's her scam. And the MSNBC management are cowards for letting her do this, but that's what they chose to do.
When people had the double hashtags around their names because they were Jewish, and right-wingers were saying, get in the oven anytime you made any benign comment on Twitter. They attacked women. The misogyny was crazy on Twitter for a while. Elon Musk, I guess he misses the old South Africa in the 80s. He wants that back. Okay, let's face it. The world is paying attention because this is happening in Europe. If this was happening anywhere else, would we see the same outpouring of support and compassion? But we don't need to ask ourselves if the international response would be the same if Russia unleashed their horror on a country that wasn't white.
See, if you never heard her talk, this is some of her talking points. See, sisters get out here and go to blabbing. And they embarrass themselves, and they embarrass black people. Black men, we're not separate. I hate using that black man thing versus black women thing. We're not separate. We're all one. But for some reason, when the sisters get a little power, man, they get to thinking that it's all sisters. They get to talking that sister crowd. I did a video with Ice Cube and some ladies on there. I think, what was that lady's name? The one used to go with 50 cents. I got a brain for it right now. Vivia Fox. Her and Ice Cube was talking, and all those women started talking about like they was a different group than black men. If you go back and watch that video, you'll know what I'm talking about. We are one. We have to look at each other as one because they look at us as one. Black men, black women, we are together. And if y'all keep thinking y'all a separate group from us, man, that lets you know that it's something insane or something very wrong with what y'all are saying. Don't no black men go to talking about black men this, black men that. We don't do no shit like that. If we talk about black people, it's all us together. We're going to talk about some black men. We're going to talk about some black women. We're not going to do that crazy shit, like that. We don't do no separation stuff. That's not how this works. But let me show you some of the talking points this lady seems to do so you can see what I'm talking about.
White and largely Christian. If you've been watching the news for the past few days or on Twitter or TikTok, you're probably familiar with the name Gabby Petito. Why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a name: missing white woman syndrome, to describe the media and public fascination with missing white women like Lacey Peterson or Natalie Holloway, while ignoring cases involving missing people of color. That the coronavirus or that the virus, it was a very
low
not importance to many of the voters there. It was education, which is code for white parents don't like the idea.
So now these people are trying to use her. I told y'all, black women, when y'all get through, when white supremacists get through it with you, you are too. When they get through with you, they're going to break you. That's why you don't see a lot of black men representing these parties. Because black men ain't going to put up with the bullshit. It's only so long, unless this dude is gay or LGBT, there is so much a man gonna put up with. And I don't see any man, dealing with the Democrat Party like the sisters do, putting up with the bullshit. You gotta, every time they mention black, they're gonna mention color, people of color, and still talking about black people, who they should be talking about. They're gonna say people of color, which includes everybody. But for some reason, we've been controlled to think that they talking about us. No, they talking about all them other colors but us. You know, when they talking about LGBTQ, they talking about the white and the other people experiences. They ain't talking about no black LGBT dude. They not getting no special benefits. If they are, that's to push the white agenda. It's no benefit to the black person. I mean, group is a benefit to that black person, maybe, but not to the group. And this lady represent everything the Democrats talk about, or the points that the Democrats want to push. Now you see that they whitewashing her. They trying to call her a chick that call everybody racist. And she was down with them. She believed that she was part of their group. She believed that she was a separate group from black men. That black girl magic shit, that separates us families. It separates families. Because they don't want you to believe that black men are existing. Women are ready to push over past the black men. We the leaders, ladies. We would make the world go round. Y'all are here just to support and be vigilant so that we can see what you can see what we don't see. Okay? It's all right for y'all to push up, but y'all need to push your man up. The man gonna have to push himself up. The man is gonna have to get up there and get ahead of you. Because every time you get ahead of him, you start bossing. And you start misrepresenting. You can follow any leader as she goes up, even all the way up to Cleopatra, man. End up fucking with the white boys, and then shit go down. And the white boy was gay at that. So, LGBT, there it go again. So, anyway, let me let y'all finish listening to her talking point. Let's see why she got counseled.
Of teaching about race.
That white men had a particular kind of freedom and a particular kind of citizenship that only they have. That gives, from the slave catchers on, the right to inflict violence.
Boy, her in this wig game. God damn. The wig game is on with her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at this shit. Anyway, I'm going to let her get through.
Violence. In the name of protecting property. That's like the foundational creation of the United States.
You gotta love the Tim Scott standing there to provide the patina of diversity over that round of words, that basket full of words. If somehow they manage to stumble into the Supreme Court, do any of you guys trust Uncle Clarence and Amy Coney Barrett and those guys to actually follow the letter of the law? No.
And who are these special citizens? Why, they're white so-called Christian conservatives who feel like this country was built by them for them. And so everyone but them needs to suck it up and let them have their way, or else.
Kyle Rittenhouse trial. It reminded a lot of people of something, I just can't remember what it was. Oh.
Notice when she's talking, when she's making her point, her racist points, they're to the Republican Party. She ignored the Democrats. The Democrats are racist too. But you never hear the Democrat women say that. These Democrats, black women, mammies, they never say that. You'll talk about, I can be on the phone with some of my friends, And I say, well, what about Trump? I mean, they talking about Trump, but I'll be like, what about Biden? What is he? Is he a racist? I mean, everything they talk about is Trump. Trump did Trump. I said, what the hell did Biden do? And they ignore that and go back to Trump. They go back to Trump. I'm like, we talking about Biden here. We talking about the Democrats. It's like they cannot see racism in the Democrat Party. It's like that's a missing space in their head. That's how I know that most of these people are insane. I mean, by us just living in white supremacy and we letting that shit go on day to day as black people, that let us know that we all have a little insanity in our lives. Right? That means we're all crazy. We living in this system and it just makes you more crazy. The black mammies have lost it. Most of these black mammies talk like her. I just wanted her on here to show you the things that they do, that black mammies are doing for the Democrat parties. And what happened to you at the end of the road. I can do shows on Jasmine Crockett all day because the lady is doing the duty of the Democrat Party. According to Elon Musk, they dropped her a $9 million check off to tell lies. I mean, to do her thing for them, which is to lie to black people, point at the Republican as the racist. They the racists over there. They want you to keep your eyes over there while we take all this money and put it in our pocket. And you get none. Then we tell you that your reparations is air, clean water, clean chemicals in the ground. That's your reparation. Y'all, Jasmine Crockett said, y'all already got paid. Y'all already got y'all reparation. Y'all don't need no reparation. Now, this is the lady that y'all online, on Facebook, on X, bragging about. All she doing, she got a jazzy mouth. And most women with a jazzy mouth have have disciplinary issues. I don't want to listen to no damn body. And that's a dangerous sister. Let me let her get through talking this crazy shit.
The Brett Kavanaugh hearings, in which Brett Kavanaugh, who had been accused by a high school friend of committing sexual abuse of her, cried his way through the hearings to make him a permanent member and Associate Justice of the United States, be more powerful than the tears of Christine Blasey Ford, which were the tears of an alleged victim. But in America, there's a thing about both white vigilantism and white tears, particularly male white tears. And it has the same effect. Even as the right tries to politicize the idea that masculinity is being robbed from American men by multiculturalism and wokeism, they still want to be able to have their tears.
Now, just to be absolutely clear, Joy Reid only sees race. She doesn't see people for who they are. She sees you for what you are. If you're black, you happen to be more favorable. And if you're a white male, you happen to be the dirt of the earth.
So this guy is on here. He's sound like a Republican. I don't want to use the word coon, but he sound like the Republican coon bootlicker. Okay. And his job is to calm down on the sisters. See, he's a talking point for the right. And his job is to come down on the Democrat. But you'll never hear him say nothing negative about Trump. Right? You'll never hear him say nothing negative about the Republican Party. But the reason why I stay on the Democrat next is because they take our votes and they fuck over us. That's why I stay on the Democrats. So when y'all hear me talking, and y'all be like, why you don't never talk about Trump? Well, I already know about Trump. You know about Trump. But you refuse to look at your Democrat Party. You refuse to look at that Democrat ticket. You refuse to look at the Democrat website. So you can see there's nothing for a black person, for a foundation black American. There's nothing there for us. But they take your vote, your granny or your nanny or some grandma in your family told you to vote Democrat and you stay on that shit. Told you to go to church and you stay on that shit. You don't never question that shit. You know? Y'all stay on that Republican Democrat mindset. Man, we can't go another generation with the bullshit we've been taught. Our parents lied to us. Okay? Let me get on here. Get my ass up here so I can tell y'all this. Our parents lied to us. The Democrats is not supposed to be who we support. The Republicans, if you've been taught that, it's not supposed to be who you support. You support through a thing called quid pro quo or whatever it is. Quid pro quo, which means I might not be saying the word right, but I know what the motherfucking word means. That means if you don't do nothing for me, I'm not doing nothing for you. Okay? If you're not doing nothing for me, I'm not doing nothing for you. So, people, please know that what we've been taught in the past is over. What you've been taught, man, has been lies. We can't keep going that way. Your grandmama or your nana taught you to go to church on Sundays, every Sunday. I heard a dude talking about, man, we're gonna club and party through the week on Saturday night, and man, you better get up and go to church tonight. Man, what the hell is that? What the hell you going to church for if you're gonna be out there in the clubs? If you're gonna be a Christian, be a goddamn Christian. Follow the word to the T. And one reason why I can't follow the word, because the word told me to love my enemies. I ain't loving my enemies. What fool gonna love his enemy? Somebody who despitefully uses you, who tells you to love them. Somebody who hates you, who don't want to see you alive. You gonna follow that person? But like I said, this is the purge of the sisters. This is the purge. They're getting rid of you mammies. Because they need to get rid of y'all because y'all destroying the black family. You don't care. You just want to be seen. You want to be noticed. You want everybody to be able to say your name, give you the attention. That's all it's about for y'all. It's about the attention. brothers is purging y'all too. Because you lack disciplinary. You like femininity. Most of y'all want to be the man. You can't be a man. You start to hate men. You can't hate men. Because believe me, no matter what you're doing on this planet, you're going to need one. Whether you like them or not. Whether you want them or not. My first question, who took you away from the man? What made you start hating me? And how can a man protect you when you're against him? Anyway, this is Everything Black. Thank y'all for joining me. For the Cash App support. You know, I do other things outside of just being on here myself. I want business people to come on the show. I'm going to be finding them. They'll be on here. I want spiritual people to be on the show, people that's really into not religion, but spirituality. You know, they walk it how they talk it. I want them on here. And if you're a real person, I want you on the show. You know, I might not agree with everything you say, but I don't want you coming over here thinking that your lies is the truth. Just say it's your opinion. I can deal with that, but I don't want nobody on my show talking about that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, your way is the only way, or it's the highway. No, my way ain't the only way. But I try to give the most constructive advice or commentary as I can do. You know, I want it to be constructive. I don't want to be sitting here lying to y'all. Okay? And this, you know, I don't really want to just give you my opinion. I want to put facts behind it. That's why I go on here. I have the people say it themselves. I don't go putting words in people's mouth. When I did a show on Jasmine Crockett, that was her talking. I just was repeating what she said. But most people don't look at that. They look at the sassiness. They don't look at the message. They don't listen to the message that this woman is putting out. And like I say, just like this lady here on the screen, Joy Reid, they will counsel your ass when they through with you. And what she says is not really important. They just got on there as a black face to say it so that you can pay attention to it as a black person. But like I say, I'm over. I'm done. I'm about to end the show. If you need concert tickets to any show, anything like that, give me a holler. Let me get my number on here scrolling right quick. My name is right here. I don't know why I don't be letting that shit scroll at the bottom. But anyway, y'all. This is Frank Blanton, Everything Black. Appreciate y'all. Come on here. If you want to do a live show, we can do live shows, you know. Come on here and just holler at your boy. Let's talk. Let's talk about politics. Let's talk about everything black.